goes. Next one we got, guys, is the last Kool G Rap song of the evening. Then we're going to get into our 8th seed battle. But first, this is, oh my God, look at this. Be real. I mentioned Cypress Hill tonight. Fat Joe, I am a huge fan of all his stuff. All of his stuff with Big Pun anyway. And Kool G Rap, that's a fucking, what a lineup. So is there some kind of, have I correctly assembled in my brain that there is some kind of Cypress Hill Kool G Rap connection, or have we figured that out yet? Because it's come up a lot. There's nothing. Is there anything specific?
Right? I mean, just the song with Muggs on the last one, and then the Sunrise.
I did copy and paste these. Maybe subliminally, I read them and thought about it behind the scenes. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bullshitting.
I didn't even think about it till just now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, let's get into Be Real, Fat Joe, and Kool G Rap. Wishful thinking.
Do it.
From Endangered Species. So Cypress Hill are big G Rap fans. This is probably one of Cypress Hill's Be Real's biggest tunes at this point.
I don't know about that.
On a Big Pun album.
I'm bringing it all right back home to y'all. Many different strings of verb in my brain. I'm slipping through customs in my hydroplane. Skunk window with chocolate topper. Niggas, let's get high in the sky. The blunts and the bombs fill up the lungs. Niggas don't stop. Fools get sprung when they get this looked up. Props, I give props for all the soldiers in the war. Joe, what would you do if the world was yours? Yo, what would you do if you could do the unbelievable? Once you rule the world, every girl would wanna be with you. First I get the money, then I get the power. Joey crack, twisted caps, enemies, it was really a dream. 16, batting beamers and benders. Lion pendants with diamonds, endless lace in the face with a vengeance. Having black shown in the lava's passed known by mankind. When crime is how you shine if you can't rhyme. Now I'm dropping to give you fair time if you sleep. But my mistake would be mastering Hito City streets. And in the east I'll be known as Don Guadagina. Claiming the throne like Calderon in this own arena. Lacing the China with Manita. The felony repeater or be a leader like your preacher but so much deeper. Beat the shit that I be on. Sipping dawn until I'm drunk with $1 million in my trunk like Dickie Barnes. Come on, I be the top extortionist. I die without the force to get right out the motherfucking orphanage. Yeah, I do it for the youth. I'm living proof for my beats on the streets. Know I speak the truth. What would you do if you could do the unbelievable? But you broke the world, every girl would wanna be with you. First you get the money, then you get the power.
G-Rap, busting the gas and slinging laps by the hour. No doubt, I be the crime story of all ghetto territories. Soldiers don't want me blowing up niggas like glory with pharmaceutical laboratories. Majored in chemistry, PhD in streetology, degree in drug industry. Combining H2O with matter from crack batter. Residue molecules scatter, launching rockets to make the pockets fatter. Mind brighter than Einstein's for crime. G equals an MC that ain't near the square, son, I kiss mine. Patrol the killing fields with force fields and seals and holding still. A nigga keep it real, you know the deal. If the stakes ain't too high for me to grab it, I got to have it. Stack all the cabinets from conducting the drug traffic. Police will tear me and try to find a new plot to frame me and arraign me. And so I resort to evil thoughts like Damien. Display my fury to the DA and the jury. 100 grand, the judge's hammer slams. I'm a free man.
What you do if you could do the unbelievable?
Would you rule the world? Every girl would wanna be with you. Would you get the money and then you get the power? Big brothers, the same son, busting my gun for the tower.
Yeah, I'm walking water, spit fire, giving shit, Hagen dies out of lines. No man like Conan to stand beside the guards. Be larger than life, twice as nice as your idol. Pump you with pride, then guide you straight to hell like the Bible. I'm like when they start manipulating minds, infiltrating, climb out the pitfalls of life and tights with nickel plated nine. It seems every time I dream, I'm in a nightmare. I fiend to live in the world where mothers and queens and men would fight fair.
Wow. I love Big Pun, man.
This whole damn world ain't shit, I'm just a hood, yo. I changed my life, make my wife forget the tears from the pain and physical abuse. Give her back her best years. Wrap my chest hairs, pound my fist on the hearts of men. Spark the scent and cloud the sky to my heart's content. Repent, and thou should be forgiven. How can we be proud to live in a world which condemns man, child, and women?
Child and women.
I mean, killer cut, but I'll tell you what, I didn't really enjoy it until Kool G Rap's verse and then Pun's final verse. That's kind of when it sold me on it. Like, it took it that long to really, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. And then I kind of get into it. I'm kind of drunk. I've had like 5 beers, so I'm not paying attention like I should be. I'm still with it. Like, I'm not slurring my words yet, but I bet you I've been slowing down the drinking because I knew that if I had one more beer, I'd probably start slurring my words. And I hate re-listening to the podcast when I'm slurring my words. It's just so embarrassing. But it's happened quite a bit. But, anyway, it was a good tune. Not my favorite of the night. I think Kool G Rap was the highlight besides Pun's last verse. I think Pun's last verse, because he had one in the start too, right? He had a short. No, not at all. He didn't come into the last verse.
Be Real was first.
Okay, yeah, Be Real was first. Yeah, Be Real was kind of. Oh yeah, by the way, Be Real was kind of disappointing. He was young. I mean, what is this? 94, 95, probably around there.
2001.
So this is post. When did Big Pun die?
This was on Pun's Endangered Species album.
Pun was alive in 2001?
It may have been a posthumous release.
Okay.
Postmortem release.
Yeah, because I thought he died in like 96 or something.
2000.
Yeah.
He died in 2000?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think it was a little later than that when he died, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was right around Biggie and Tupac area. But, yeah, I'm going to give that a 7.8. Ignacio, what are you saying?
I think I couldn't get into it as much because the last 2 beats that we listened to were just so fire that this one just kind of didn't hit that mark as far as
Didn't signal.
as far as like the way it picked up in my ear, but still a good track. I think it was Pun and G Rap were the highlights for sure. I will give this a 7.75.
7.75. Chuck, what are you saying?
So I think the beat I was not a fan. I liked it at the beginning, but it got real old real quick. Just kind of too repetitive for my taste. But I think so. There was something really interesting they did on the hook. So all 4 of them were on the hook. They each had a line on the hook, but they each had a different line each hook. So each hook it switched and rotated through, and the last person on the hook was who spit the next verse.
Very artistic.
So that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Be Real. You couldn't hear him. Like bad mix with Be Real.
That was hard.
Bad mix with Be Real. I thought Pun's verse killed it. I think Be Real's energy also didn't match because the other 3 had kind of a particular kind of aggression to him that Be Real just didn't have. Pun's verse killed it. Pun's verse was also the only one I think that really tried to take it deeper. And it wasn't just about the game. He kind of spent the whole back half of his verse with, what would you do if the world was yours? And he was like, I would try to like basically fix all the bad shit I did in my life, and like the people that didn't deserve that got hurt, I'd make sure that didn't happen. Right. That was not present in the rest of them. Right. I think Pun's verse killed it. I don't know that all of that together really worked as well. But I did really like Pun's verse. And I thought kind of the artistic aspects there were pretty cool. There were some really nice pockets there that were getting hit. But overall, it felt kind of a lot of pieces were all over the place cohesively. So I'm going to give that a 7.5. I enjoyed Pun's verse the most, though.
Well said, Chuck. 7.5. Presto, what are you saying?
I love this. I thought Be Real. I loved Be Real's verse. I thought it was just awesome that we got like a hardcore weed verse from Be Real.
Is there any other kind of verse from Be Real?
Right.
I mean, that's what.
I thought Fat Joe's verse was probably one of the best Fat Joe's verses I've ever heard.
I'll give you that.
Kool G Rap was fire, and Big Pun's verse was on fire. I'm going to give it a 9.5. Not
Presto
my song of the
fucking
night,
loves
but
it.
like right there.
Right on,
I
LP. What
like
you
that
said?
beat too.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. I agree that that Cool G Rap and Big Pun outshined the first two. I liked how this was constructed, and I didn't pick up on the hook thing, Chuck. And that is really
That
interesting
was
how
cool.
they did that.
And in fairness, I might have only noticed that because I was reading the lyrics along with it. So
Gotcha. All right. No, I noticed that each MC took a different line out of the hook. I didn't realize that it rotated, which is really cool. But each artist also had a very focused verse, that went with the whole thematic element of the track. Yeah, Cool G Rap's lyricism was really great, but Big Pun's outshined all four. And I kind of zoned out with Fat Joe's verse. I think that was the bottom of the lineup for me. But I'm going to give this a respectable 7.
100% say yes. That is going on the playlist. Now we have to decide who wins Song of the Night. I am going with Mobsters. Who's with me on that? Ignacio, what are you saying?
I am gonna go with son of a biscuit. Here we go again. I'm gonna go with To Kill